Have you ever wondered why some people become thrown in a relationship? Why some people pull away when relationships start getting intimate? Why some people worry that their partners are going to leave them? Why some people become uncomfortable depending on others? Why some relationships feel so insecure? And why some relationship feels like a roller coaster? The answer was sometimes may not have anything to do with the The answer sometimes might actually be the way you interpret and perceive meaning. And that is what we'll be talking about today. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the attachment style. And we'll be talking about the four attachment style, how it is being developed, and how it affects your relationship, and what you can actually do to actually break through from an insecure attachment style and move into a secure attachment style. So by the end of this video today, you would understand yourself better, understand your relationship pattern, and how you can have a healthier relationship. So if you struggle with trust, fear of abandonment, you suffered emotional distance, and you've suffered unhealthy relationship pattern, this video is for you. So stay tuned. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Flourish and Thrive with EA. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm a certified trauma and relationship therapist, and I welcome you all. So we have a lot to talk about today. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. So let me start by explaining what an attachment style is and when it's built. An attachment style is the emotional bond we create with our parents, our caregivers, and our guardians while growing up as a child. What determines the way we perceive relationships. So let me just put it in one way. It is the blueprint, the way our parents treated us, the way they made us feel, the way they made us think about ourselves and people is actually how we perceive our world. So if you grow up in a home whereby you receive consistent love, consistent support, consistent emotional guidance, your parents were actually there for you in everything. They were there to tell you. They were there to actually support your goals, support your dreams. It's not that there's sometimes they won't misunderstand you, they misunderstand you, but there's always a way for you to actually solve the conflict because they were always there for you. Such a child will actually have the mindset that relationships are safe and dependent. So they grew up with this into adults, and such people most of the time they actually are secure about themselves. But if you have a situation whereby a child grew up in a home whereby the parents were neglectful, they were frightening, they were emotionally unavailable, they were controlling, or they were actually criticizers, or the child has to be the one responsible for taking care of the parents or taking care of the parents' emotion. Such a child will actually have a mindset believing that relationships are not safe and they are not dependable. And that is where they actually develop a perception about love and good. And most times it does not actually end in childhood. It actually goes into adulthood. So it begins to affect the way we see love and the way we see relationship. And we have four types of attachment style. And I'll be naming them and I'll be explaining them one after the other. The first attachment style is the secure attachment style. The second is the anxious. The third is the avoidant. And the last is the disorganized. So I'm going to take my time to start explaining them one step at a time. So let's start with the secure attachment style. When we see someone has a secure attachment style, this is somebody that is comfortable with both intimacy and independence. They trust their partner so much and they believe that a relationship needs a space and at the same time there should be time for intimacy. So there's a balance in the relationship. And this happens because such children receive consistent love, consistent support from their parents. They got emotional support, the mental support, the physical support, they got the spiritual support, they got the financial support. They got the moral support, the values, the principles, everything was in place when they were growing. So such people, they have characteristics that they communicate in relationship effectively, they trust their partners, they handle conflict respectfully, they set healthy boundaries in relationship, and distance in the relationship does not actually threaten them. So if they're in a relationship whereby their partner tells them they need space, they don't see it as the relationship is ending. They believe that independence and intimacy go hand in hand together. So you have to have space for yourself to be able to do what you have to do. So the second type of attachment style, I'll be talking about anxious attachment style. When we say someone has an anxious attachment style, we are actually saying someone who wants closeness or close rejection. They constantly worry whether their partner loves them or whether their relationship is stressed. So most of the time they are looking validation and reassurance from their partner that he or she loves them. And this is because they grew up in a home by their parents were neglectful and love was actually inconsistent. When you make inconsistent, they will actually show them kindness today, show them love today, encouragement today, and the next thing they might scream at them, they might yell at them. So such children, when they realize that they were not getting unconditional love from their parents, yes, the love was actually conditional. So they learn to understand that love is unpredictable and it tends to be limited. And you have to do something for somebody to love you. So most of the time we believe that in love you have to earn it. You need to do something to earn that affection. So in a relationship, they come up into they become people that are actually controlling. Sometimes they overthink text messages, they overthink conversation. They have difficulty in trusting people. They need constant validation and reassurance. They are emotionally dependent upon you. They are clingy. They are actually observant of everything you do. They check your phones, they check your text messages because they believe you might actually be cheating on them. You might actually be trying to leave them. So they come up with so many acceptance. No matter how many times you tell them you love them, no matter how you try to show them you love them, try to prove that you love them, there's this fear that you're gonna ask them. There's this fear that you're gonna lose them. So they asking you, okay, are we secure, babe? Are we all right? I don't know if you dated a man or a woman who is like this. If you dated him, it started back from their childhood. So most of these people in relationships, they tend to be overgivers. They tend to be people's pleasers. They tend to actually lose themselves in a relationship just to keep somebody. So that is the second type of attachment style. So now let's go over to the third. Let us talk about the third attachment style. And we call that attachment style the avoidant attachment. When you see someone as an avoidant attachment, the main people who value their independence so much that when they will be with them and intimacy, feel uncomfortable. You have a high level of independence. So such people they will be confident, they will be hardworking, they will be people who are outspoken, they make within them to feel vulnerability. And this is because as a child they have caregivers which were actually dismissive, they were neglectful, or parents or caregivers which were emotionally unavailable. So as a child, they learn to understand that these people can take care of me. I have to rely on them. So as a very young age, they learn to actually take care of responsibility for themselves, not relying on them. And they take it into adulthood. So in adulthood, they are the kind of people that they believe that they have to solve everything by themselves. They find it very difficult to ask people for. They find it very difficult to actually talk about their emotions or communicate their emotions. They find it very uncomfortable depending on others. They value their independence so much than connection. So when they're in a relationship, when it begins to get serious, you see them, they pull away immediately. because if they are so hard, they actually become so strong to the spot that they actually talking about intimacy makes them feel uncomfortable. And it's all started from their childhood. So now let us go to the last one, which is the disorganized attachment style. When we talk about somebody having a disorganized attachment style, we're talking about somebody who wants love, who is for love, but at the same time, that person also fears the love. And this is because they grew up in an home whereby their parents traumatized them, their parents neglected them, their parents abused them, maybe verbally and every other way, maybe your parents, your caregivers, your parents. Somebody has actually done something that left an imprint on their mind. Or they had parents that showed them love and at the same time that also gave them pain. So such a child grew up with a perception that love is sweet and love is bitter. Love is safe and love is also awful. So such people they want love, but there is this fear living in them that what will happen to them, what will happen to them. People are going to hurt me because every time I move into a relationship with people I love will always hurt me. So such people will see them in a relationship. The relationship is most times is a roller coaster relationship. Yes, it's a roller coaster relationship. So when we talk about the disorganized people, we are talking about a combination of the avoidance, anxious attachment style, and that. The anxious is that when you're in a relationship with you, you become to finding a with time. It can be very difficult because it demands constant reassurance that you love them. They fear you, they fear being abandoned. And all of a sudden, you think everything is going so well with you because the relationship is going with so much intensity. Then all of a sudden, you just see them black. You don't call you, text you don't go out on dates anymore. You just don't know, you just can't find them anymore. They are not on social media, they are not anywhere you can actually find them. And you're wondering, what happened? What did I do? Maybe 1 year after the separation, you see them again, come to you, they apologize, they give you so many excuses, they tell you they went you back, you accept them back into your life, and you come up with the same behavior again. They are scared, they are afraid, they don't consent to their parents, everything is doing not so well. You just see them black out again. They just avoid you. Like you see, you did something wrong. And most of the time you start to think, it's actually the problem is not you. The problem actually is actually the partner is carrying unhealed childhood wounds, which is influencing the way they see the world in the relationship. And that's the reason why we are behaving the way that we are living in the relationship. The story is about the unhealed wounds that they carry. So these are the four attachment styles in relation. So now let's just go to the next segment. We'll be talking about how to heal from it. Yes, no matter your attachment style, whether you are anxious, you are avoidant, or whether you are disorganized, you do this with us. You can heal. You can actually heal and actually move to a secure. So whatever you print your parents grade you about never growing up, does not have to be just to keep crying for the rest of your life. The function is clear whereby you have to make the choices that everything you learned and knew about love was not who you was because what your parents gave to you. And it is time you have to let it go and create your own vision. And that's what we'll be talking about next. So how do you feel? If you find yourself having this healthy good things about love, relationship, so the child, how do you feel? I'm just going to give you some tips. So the first thing you have to do is you have to come to the awareness that problem. Come to the awareness of your relationship partner. If you keep tasting the same type of men and women, the same contact is over. It's not about those people. It is about something you need to do. And it's time for you to take up the relationship or just slow down your focus. So once you've been able to understand and come to the awareness of this pattern, the next thing you have to do is talk to a relationship or a marriage parent. Because someone who is organized attachment style, it will be time for you to go see a therapist or a trauma therapist to help you heal from your childhood experience and help you break that till childhood thing that you have about love and about yourself. And the third thing you have to do is start practicing emotional regulation. Emotional regulation skills is quite important because if you've been through trauma, you've been somebody that their place has dismissed right from childhood, you know how painful it can be. And most of the time, we get to the form of anger, certain from the form of anger. So you need to learn to regulate your emotions. And apart from that, if you living in a relationship, people pleasing, others going through anxiety or feeling overwhelmed that things are going to go wrong when it's going to give more having this fear. It's not actually going to keep you with this keep you regulated. Most of the time, the nervous system need to be regulated for you to be stable and to take things calmly with clarity. So it is important for you to practice emotional regulation. And another thing you have to do is you set healthy boundaries first with yourself. Yes, set healthy boundaries first with yourself. It is quite important if you want to actually heal your disasters having more healthy relationship. And another thing that you actually need to do is for you to start accepting yourself and loving yourself again. Because true love does not come by you seeking it outside. You learn to see love as something you have to go get outside. But now it is time for you to actually reorganize yourself and understand that true love starts with you. Yes, true love starts with you. If you don't love yourself enough, nobody will love you. The way you love yourself, that other people will love you. It is the way you perceive yourself that other people will perceive you. So your own perception of love and relationship will determine the kind of partner that will be attracted. So today relationship is all about pain and love. Relationship is all about people giving. If you attracting partners over you, always is partnership very okay. So if you don't want to keep attaching such partners, you have to learn to break those limiting beliefs of people. You have to learn to break those limiting beliefs of people and understand that you are worthy of love and that you are enough. And that true love starts with you. Not by you looking for it outside. It is when you can truly love and appreciate yourself. This is when someone who truly loves and appreciates you is when you get attracted to you. So these are parts of the things you can actually do to actually help you heal from an insecure attachment style. So when you start healing, this is what it's going to look like. You start becoming more confident of yourself. You will not spending more time with yourself. You'll be able to communicate your ideas so well without feeling weak. You'll be able to actually get into progress without actually feeling maybe like as if something is going to go wrong. And at the same time, in a relationship, you'll be able to set everybody. You'll be able to like say this is what you want to feel safe in a relationship. And you just have to need constant reassurance and you know that my partner is gonna leave me, partner is gonna abandon me. Because you believe to get to of those things that have happened to you in the past. And it gives you peace, it feels well, it gives you a sense of contentment in within of you. When you start experiencing all those things, you start experiencing clarity, understanding that become first, and you start choosing yourself to show that you are actually human. So this is how far I'm going to go today. I hope what I have said so far resonated with you. Understand something. Your love blueprint is not your fault. It was something we learned and you can actually do online. So you don't have to take it hard on yourself or get angry with your parents. The whole thing, what they do as to do because that was what they did in response to the law. So what they knew was what they passed on to you. But now it is time for you to take yourself and create a new book things about love for yourself. I hope you guys have found this helpful. If you found this helpful, click on the like button, like, share, comment, and tell me what exactly resonated with you in this video. And if you're new to my channel, you're watching my videos for the first time, subscribe to my channel, hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get new updates when I make a new video every week. And also, I'll be giving you two freebies in the description section. I have two. The first link is a link that will help you determine your attachment style. So the first link is the link to an attachment style kit. And the second link is a free resource, a worksheet, which will actually help you to do from your insecure attachment. So whether it is anxious, whether it is disorganized, whether it is avoidant, there's something there for you that will help you to do. So you can go to the description and read it. And I hope you find it in the day of you. So guys, it's so nice talking with every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. Bye bye.